Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Horror Corner, and welcome to this sort of impromptu horror convention video where I talk about what I got, and who I met, and all those type of things at a recent horror convention I went to. So, let me start off by saying this was kind of a last minute horror convention thing that me and a friend decided to go to. It was HorrorHound Weekend in Indianapolis, Indiana, here, the weekend of August 18th through August 20th. So, unlike the convention I went to earlier this year, which was Days of the Dead in Las Vegas, I didn't have all the preamble and the videos that I did with that. Um, because I really didn't know I was going to be going to this until like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, when my friend got us a couple tickets and a place to stay. I live in the Midwest, so I didn't have to fly there. It was drivable, although it was a few hours, I'll say. And it was in a different time zone, which I did not realize. But all that being said, I just kind of wanted to come on and show you guys what I picked up, who I met, and talk a little bit about the Horror Hound convention in Indianapolis. So, obviously, this is only the second horror con I've ever been to, with the first one being the Days of the Dead in Las Vegas back in February. Um, but this was the first Horror Hound I've been to. I know they also Horror Hound Weekend in Cincinnati as well. I think happened a few months ago. And this was the first one they had in Indianapolis since pre-pandemic in 2019, I want to say. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. So yeah, me and my friend, we just went for Saturday. We didn't get a weekend pass. We didn't get a VIP or any of that stuff. It was just a 1 day one shot, a Horror Hound Weekend in Indianapolis, and that was all day Saturday. But we did pay for early arrival, so we were there from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it was a long day, and but it was a fun day as well. So first, I'm gonna start out showing you what I got from vendors, the things that I purchased, whether it be for my collection, some souvenirs, whatever you want to call them. And then I'll talk about who I met as far as the celebrities that were there, and show off some of those things. So, yeah, first of all, this was it's kind of wrinkled now. I had it in my bag, but this was the Horror Hound Weekend event guide here. Um, these were all the people that were there. You're probably not going to be able to see that, but um, so yeah. Anyway, that's that. Just kind of a thing to show. But as far as things that I bought, the first thing I got are these magnets, these refrigerator magnets from movies that I love. Of course, The Shining. We've got The Thing, and we've got the original Halloween from 1978. So, yeah, I'm not a huge magnet guy, but these three, because these are three of my favorite horror movies of all time, it was kind of an easy choice to. They were like three for $8 or something. So I thought, what the hell? I love these movies, so I got some magnets of those. And then, of course, being a horror movie fan, I had to pick up a couple new horror movies that I didn't have before. So, one that I got on DVD here was Popcorn, special edition here. In fact, I still have the price tag on it, which I should probably pull that off here right now. They're both in plastic wrap too, so this ain't gonna ruin anything. But um, yeah, I'm excited to check out Popcorn. If I'm not mistaken, this is about an all-night horror-a-thon where a group of film students go to an abandoned movie palace and watch these three features, and then there's this bizarre film that comes on the screen, and of course mayhem ensues. So I don't know much about Popcorn, but I've heard from other people that it's a good watch. It's fun. So I got Popcorn. That was my DVD movie. And then I got a Blu-ray movie, which was, of course, a horror anthology, which is The Witching Season, Halloween Tales of Terror. So I'll definitely have to check this out once we get closer to the month of October here. But yeah, I got that on Blu-ray. The season never ends is the tagline. But yeah, I know this is a horror anthology. It looks like it's got five different stories on it. It's also got over 2 hours of special features. Um, so I've never seen this before. I'm excited to check it out. I'm always interested in new horror anthologies. I'm a horror anthology guy, and especially those related to the Halloween season. So I'm really excited to check this one out. So those are the two movies I got. I didn't go as overboard as I probably could have. There were lots of other movies I could have bought, but I gotta have to slow down with my collection here until I actually am able to watch most of my movies. So that's basically what I bought, or those items. Oh no, actually, it's not. There's one more thing, and I'm gonna have to back up a little for. I'm really excited about this one. This is a poster that I got, the kind of the original movie poster for the Monster Squad from 1987 there. So yeah, I this was only $10, so this was easy for me to get. Plus, it's a movie my wife really loves. It's probably her favorite quote unquote horror movie, or at least one of them. She's obviously not as big a horror fan as I am. She likes like the horror. She likes The Shining. She likes Monster Squad. She actually introduced me to this one. I think I've mentioned that before, but it's just really cool because it's got the some of the original like reviews from the Hollywood Reporter and Rex Reed, Janine Wolf from Entertainment Tonight, the original sort of movie poster here, and it's a pretty cool poster. I have to figure out where to hang this, but for right now, the Monster Squad. That's sort of my big souvenir, I guess, if you want to say, or even though it's not big, but it's the coolest one. I was really excited to get. So, all right, now we're going to talk about who I met, who I got autographs for, selfies, those type of things. Um, and I did get pictures with these celebrities, these guests as well. But they're selfie pictures on my phone, which I don't have uploaded to my computer yet. So maybe I'll show those on a future video. But for right now, I'm just going to show more or less the autographs. Although I do have one picture I'll be able to show you, which is sort of the creme de la creme of this whole event here that me and my friend went to. So I'll save that for the end. But first of all, I got this really cool Psycho 2 book, which is basically the original script from Tom Holland. And I got this by meeting Tom Holland, who signed it for me. So yeah, I'm really excited to check this out because Psycho 2, for those of you that don't know, is one of my, if it's not the best horror sequel of all time, it's definitely top five. I would say top three even. I love this sequel. I think it rivals the original, and that's no easy feat, especially being almost 25 years after the original came out. But yeah, they had books like this for Psycho 2, for Fright Night, and for Child's Play, the original ones, all of which Tom Holland was involved in and directed. He didn't direct Psycho 2, but he did help write and produce this. So I had to grab this one because as much as I love the other two movies, this is my favorite Tom Holland piece of filmography right here. So I got to meet him, really nice guy. He even gave me a fist bump because I said I have to say that this is my favorite horror sequel of all time. I think one of the best horror sequels of all time. So he gave me the old fist bump when I said that. I think he appreciated it. Um, yeah, I just talked to him for a few minutes. I didn't get a picture with him, unfortunately. I kind of had to pick and choose my spots when it came to pictures, but to do both an autograph and a selfie or whatever. But yeah, that was very cool. I was really glad to meet Tom Holland because he's up there in age. I don't know exactly how old he is. I have to believe he's in his 80s. So who knows? I mean, hopefully he can come to a lot more conventions, but you just never know. So I was really excited to go ahead and get this. And this they actually gave me this as part of the autograph. So like the amount of the autograph, you could pick one of these books for him to sign instead of normally if you've been to a con before, they'll have like an 8 by 10 print that you pick and then they sign that. But for Tom Holland, they had these books, Psycho 2, Child's Play, and Fright Night. I think there were actually two for Child's Play. One was this original script, and I think the other one was like a behind the scenes or something. So anyway, then some of the other celebrities I met. Um, the last celebrity I met and got a signature from, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see this with the lighting, probably not that well, but that's Amanda Weiss, who played Tina, of course, in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. And she said, Brian, sweet dreams! Exclamation point, Amanda Weiss, Tina. She was really high energy. It was really cool to talk to her. Like I said, this was about 6 o'clock on Saturday night, so it was the last guest that I got an autograph from. And I also did get a selfie with her. Very nice woman. I asked her about, I had to ask her about body bag scene where she had to actually be inside of a body bag, not having a zipper on the inside, and actually having to rely on those that put her in it. You know, that scene in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. But yeah, that was really cool to get to meet her. And of course, she was in a lot of other movies from the 80s too and stuff. But yeah, Amanda Weiss from the original Nightmare on Elm Street got both a selfie and an autograph with her. And then, of course, I also got my second favorite final girl in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, which, of course, is Alice, played by Lisa Wilcox here. She says to Brian, "Rest in hell," is the quote. Lisa Wilcox, Alice from Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That's what the print's from. So she was also very nice. I asked her about which movie she preferred, 4 or 5, in terms of the making of it. And she said 4 because her character had a bit more of an arc in that movie, she said, and I agree with her. I tend to like 4 more than 5 in general, but I definitely thought her character, even though I don't mind her in 5, I think she had much more of a better character arc in 4. So it was really cool to meet her. I also got a selfie with her, of course. Very nice woman as well. That was definitely on my bucket list of a guest that I wanted to meet here. Like I said, other than Nancy, she's my favorite final girl from that franchise. Um, and then I got, hopefully many of you know who that is. That's Lauren Lavera from Terrifier 2. And she said, "Brian, fuck you," in quotes, which is a quote from the movie when she tells Art the Clown that. Love Laura Lavera, heart Laura Lavera, Lauren Lavera, Sir, Sienna. So that was very cool. You talk about somebody, she's probably the nicest celebrity I've ever met, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, just very down to earth, very friendly. She was asking me where I was from, how my weekend was going. Yeah, just very personable, very nice, very sweet. And it doesn't hurt either that she's flat out gorgeous. But I got a selfie with her too, of course. Um, but yeah, this was the photo I definitely had to pick when she's in her full garb there. I also saw her and Catherine Corcoran. They had a panel as well that I watched after I got this autograph and picture with her. Catherine Corcoran, for those you don't know, she's the gal in the first movie, the blonde, who basically got hung upside down in the original Terrifier and sawed in half by Art. Hopefully, I'm not giving too much away from a spoiler standpoint, but yeah, that was really cool to see that Q&A that they had there, or not Q&A, but like panel that they had there. Oh, it was kind of a Q&A, yeah. But she actually talked about how this outfit was not very comfortable. Like it wasn't lined or anything inside, so she had a lot of bumps and bruises every time she pulled that thing off after being in it for hours each day. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, she would definitely be the highlight of the in terms of the autograph and the selfie I got. I was really impressed by her as far as just how nice she was and how personable she was and flat out gorgeous. So yeah, Lauren Lavera was a very good experience. And then finally, the creme de la creme for this entire horror franchise, this Horror Hound Weekend in Indianapolis, or Horror Hound Saturday, as it was for me and my friend, was for one specific reason, and it was a very expensive specific reason, but it was well worth it because this guy's a living legend. That's right, I got my picture with Freddy Krueger himself, Robert England, professional photo op here. Now, there's a story behind this. The story is, I do have the picture, um, very cool photo op here where he's got the glove on and he's reaching over my shoulder there. How well you guys can see that. Um, Well, unfortunately, if you've ever been to a convention that Robert England's a part of, trying to get an autograph and a meet and greet with them, let's just say you probably have an easier time picking a car up with your teeth. Um, that part was a little disappointing because initially at this convention they talked about having a virtual line queue, and that never came to fruition. Basically, they had to give preferential treatment to the VIP pass people for the weekend, which I sort of understand as much as it sucks that I wasn't able to meet him or get his autograph. I understand when you're paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars, or I don't even know, maybe I don't know how much they pay for one of those VIP passes for a week, and I'm sure it's 300-400 bucks at least. I understand giving them the treatment, making sure they get signatures because they spent the money. But Robert England's so damn popular. I mean, he is a living legend, one of the few that's left, frankly, from that time period. And so his line, to say it was long, is one of the great understatements. And at this particular convention, you kind of had to have the sun shine on your ass a little bit in order to be a general admission person that got in there to get your autograph, especially if you're only there for one day like we were. So we tried. We went back to his booth time and time again, but they had it closed to general admission most of the day before the photo op I did with him and after the photo op I did with him. And they finally closed it down about 5:45 on Saturday night. And yeah, kind of disappointing, but at the same time, I do have the picture. I have the proof that I have stood next to the man himself, Freddy Krueger, Robert England, and it only gives me an opportunity to hopefully see him at a future con and get his signature and talk to him a little bit at that one. But like I said, if you're gonna go to a convention as Robert England, go for the VIP passes. I think that's why a lot of people. I've noticed a lot of more veteran horror convention people. They'll buy the VIP passes even before the whole guest list is announced, and it's probably for this very reason. If somebody like Robert England, who I don't think decided to come to this right away, I think it was I mean, it was a while ago, but I mean, in terms of the overall guest list, I don't. I think he was in the middle, and I think a lot of people had bought in the VIP pass before that, and it's like, oh, great, that worked out well for them. But that's just a little quip I wanted to throw out there for all of you that haven't been to a lot of horror conventions like myself. I learned a lot at this convention, and I had a lot of fun, a lot of walking. The logistics were challenging, but again, I my final takeaway is both from the Robert England piece that I talked about, getting the VIP pass if you want to meet with somebody of his stature and get an autograph and stuff. But also, you're better off for these conventions to just get the full weekend pass, unless it happens to come to a city near you where it's going to be there for the weekend and you're only half an hour away or something, which unfortunately where I live that doesn't seem to happen for whatever reason. They don't I haven't seen a horror convention in the last several years in my location, so I have to drive a little bit, but get the weekend pass, don't fart around. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to come on here and do this impromptu. What I got at the Horror Hound Convention in Indianapolis 2023 video here. So, nice little break from my current Saw franchise series. But don't stay away from that. In the next couple of days, I will be having my next video review up for that franchise. But I hope you enjoyed this convention wrap up and what I got at Horror Hound Convention video. Please like this video and hit the little notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my great horror content that I have coming out the rest of the year. So I hope you enjoyed this video and kind of seeing and hearing about the convention. And thank you for watching. But of course, stay scared. Bye.